Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who search singles like me, but I know there's a lot more of you out there who search boxes of coins. Okay? Now, one of the things when you're searching coins that will really get you excited is when you find a collection dump. I see that all the time in different videos. Oh, collection dump. Oh, okay. Well, the same thing can happen with currency. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen with currency as well. So, this particular video, I caught a part of a collection dump myself. So, there is some neat stuff coming up in here. And as far as the hint goes, I just want to put out that little bit of hope. All of you guys that are coin roll hunting and getting collection dumps, if you collect currency, it can happen to you as well. This actually had a couple things, partial collection dump, and then I also had a strap of singles that were, the whole strap wasn't new, but half or three quarters of the strap was brand new, and it had a decent number. So, not only did I happen to catch part of a collection dump, I also caught a strap with a lot of consecutives that were worth holding on to. Anyway, enough talking about that. Let's slide these out of the way and take a look at this massive week for me. Starting off, got a Where's George. Never saw that kind of logo before on a Where's George, so I am eager to look this one up and see where it came from. This is most of them. There's more, so that's that Where's George there. Found another Where's George once again. A note that I hadn't seen before. This one's neat because I'm in the middle of the country. I'm in Wisconsin, just north of Chicago, and this one says started in Manchester, New Hampshire. Where's George? So I have definitely not seen this one, and I know without even looking it up that it started off on the East Coast and it's making its way across the country. So that's cool. All right, what else do we got here? I got some birthday notes. This one is 1956. That would be January 12th, 1956. Another birthday note here would be, did I say January on that? Am I just that silly? Yeah. That would be July 12th, 1956. Yep, July 12th, 1956. And this one would be July 22nd, 2014. So, fairly recent bill here. Then I found my standard trinaries, 6s, 7s, and 8s. Look at all the 8s on this one. It's got 5 8s. 5 8s. It's got a B there. H is 8, so I've got all these 8s as well. That's just kind of neat when you start seeing that many 8s. One more note over. This would have been note 888. So, yeah, just really cool to look at there. Too bad somebody wrote on it, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a cool serial number. What do we got here? Zeros, twos, and sixes on this one. Really good shape. Ones, twos, and eights on this note. Sixes, sevens, and nines. What do we got here? Fives, sixes, and sevens. Now, I think a note that's got to run like that, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, that's going to be the kind of note that I'm sure I will find the first pair of, because I'm always trying to pair up serial numbers. Hard to do. This is zeros, fours, and fives. It's only got the 1 5 dead center there. If that was a 4 or if that was a 0, now you're talking binary. Twos, fours, and eights. Then I've got quads. This one starts off with quad 4s. This one's got quad 5s. Quad 7s with the 5th. And then some stars. Really nice shape on this star. Starts with a couple zeros. Like I said in other videos, when it starts with a couple zeros, 2 zeros like that means that this is under a million. So if this is just a number, not a serial number, that's 335,769. Well, if you have a number that's over over 500,000, well, then it's obviously from a print larger than 500,000. But when you start seeing a couple zeros in the front, well, now you know that that's from a lower stage of a print run. Not necessarily a rare number, but it at least has a chance. I'm not saying all rares are low, but it seems that a lot of those are. Most of your low print runs do start with the lower numbers. So keep an eye out for those. maybe that'll be a good one. I'll have to check that. This is another one that starts with a couple zeros, but now we're up to 916,000, so probably not a rare. Still in good condition. Another 2013 on this one. This one's decent. This one's pretty heavily circulated. And of course, it's a 2013B, so I will check that on the list. Maybe I can make myself honor grand real quick. That one's in nice shape as well. 2013 star. Another 2013 star. Another 2013 with a B from New York. That is possibly one of the doubled up ones. And it's a fairly low number, so that'll probably be, well, I'm sure that's in the realm of potential there. Now I get to the older notes. This is a 2001 in really nice shape, crisp bill. Another one, clean bill, a little bit of handling on it, no major folds or tears or creases or anything like that, just a little bit of handling on it. 1999. Quite a few 1999s. Look at this, 3 zeros on there. That's number 93,000 in that particular print run, so that's a low number. Another 1999, another one. Color on this is good. Another 1999, I don't want to know what that is. We'll just keep going. 1995, getting older. Not a web note. Don't forget to check for that. 1985. So from 95 to 85, 10-year jump in one note. And then, now it starts to get exciting. Here's a 1969D. You don't find 1969Ds in circulation. You just don't. You're lucky to find something from the 70s. But that's a 69D. This is a 1963B. So this is one of the bar notes, Joseph W. Barr. 63B, not in the greatest of shape, but there it is. Here's a 63B in much better shape. You can see the brightness of the paper on this one. Here's a 63B, also bright paper. This one's been handled a little bit more, though. Here's another 63B. Remember I said collection dump? Another 63B. This one has been handled as well. Another 63B. Really nice paper on this particular one. Now, what's so special about 63B is that these notes were only printed for 30 days. Joseph W. Barr was only the Secretary of the Treasury for 30 days, therefore his notes were only printed for that short period of time. That is why these are the ones everybody is looking for. It is also why when you see collection dumps, these are the old notes that you're going to come across, 63Bs. Here's another 63B. Not in really good shape. Now, this is a 1963. You can see it does not have Joseph W. Barr. It's got Dillon on there. Now, when you start talking about notes like this is the very first series of $1 Federal Reserve notes to come out since 1918. Prior to, in between those times, they were all silver certificates, or they were all silver certificates, and 1923 had a legal tender, I believe, as well. But yeah, 1963, first year for the notes that you have in your pocket right now. You never find these in circulation unless you get a collection dump like I just did with all those Joseph W. Barrs, with this 1963, with this 1963, pretty rough shape. But this one I put in a case because this one from 1963 is really, really nice. It's not a Chicago note. That made me excited. So a G would be Chicago. Finding, it's New York, so it's still a higher one. But around here, I see a lot of Chicago stuff. So when I see stuff that's not Chicago, that has importance, like a note like this, I want to get that into a case. So yeah, that one's really nice. And that's not all. I also found a section of brand new notes. I mentioned those, and let me just grab these. You can see these are all crisp and 2200121. So that's trinary. 2200111. Trinary. 2200112. 2200110. These are all trinaries, all crisp, brand new bills. You're talking paper cuts. These are so nice. That one's written on, so that one, yeah, you can look at the serial number. That's 002, so that was the second one in the group. And there's that one there. So yeah, all of these zeros, ones, and twos, except one, which is 220000200, a binary in that group. So yeah, not only did I find a bunch of notes from the 60s, I also caught a run of new notes with a serial number worth holding on to, including a binary. So really, really good week for me as far as searching notes. So what did I bring out? Well, since that was good stuff you can find, I brought out, I guess you'd call it, bad stuff. Let me explain. When I was in Vegas, I was looking at all kinds of different notes that were out there, and I was talking to one guy, and I told him about an error note that I had, and he reached into his box and he pulled this note out. Take a look at this. Look at this $1 bill. Do you see anything wrong with that? He pulled out this error. Look at how it has the Federal Reserve seal way out of place. It's supposed to be here, and instead the note is over here. And this is just a really neat error to look at. There's a major problem with this, though. It's impossible. That's the problem. This is not real. It's a real $1 bill. I mean, you can take a look at the back. Somebody put their initials on there. This particular one, let's take a peek once again. It's 2006 there. Okay, so what is the problem with this? The problem is this is not an error. If you look real close right here, you can see a change in the paper color. Somebody bleached out that particular seal, and if you start to look down at the numbers, these have also been affected by the bleach. Now, they bleached all that out, but they didn't bother to bleach out somebody's initials on here. They didn't try to get that off of there. But anyway, this has been bleached out, okay? Now, I don't know how they managed to do this. I don't, that is, maybe it was printed literally with a printer, a laser printer or something. But the big question is, how do I know at a glance that that's fake? Well, at least if I flip it over, you'll notice that this is from San Francisco. You can see the L from San Francisco there. And the first thing you want to check on a note like this is, does that L match the serial number? And it does. The first digit is L, so that should be appropriate. But the second problem is you have to know how notes are printed. The back of the note is called the first printing. They print this first because it doesn't matter what series, what year, anything else like that, what Federal Reserve, none of that matters. The backs are all the same. So they print the backs, then they print the front, which has got the border and George on it, and that's the second printing. Now, the printing that matters is the third printing. In the third printing, you're going to get the serial number, the seal, the Federal Reserve seal, and the other part that goes with this is the Federal Reserve designations, these 12s, okay? Now, you can see on this bill, somehow that L, Federal Reserve seal, is printed over the number 12. Okay, well, that's not how it's printed. This seal is printed here at the same time that these 12s are printed. So it is impossible for this to overlap that 12. Now, it is possible for the seal to end up over here, but if this seal is over here, that means this seal is then going to be over here, and these serial numbers are going to be upside down and inverted, and these 12s are also going to be upside down, inverted, and along the same axis. But because this seal here is printed over something that was supposed to have been printed at the exact same time, you can all see that 12 under there, we know that this is not real. This is a counterfeit error. It's made to look like an error. It's made to look like it was something that's worth a lot of money. And yes, finding an error like that was real would be worth quite a bit of money. But the way that they did this, a little bit of detective work can point out all that stuff, that this is not a legitimate error. This was created. So it is a fake error. This is $1. I can take this to the store and spend it for $1. I found it interesting. I think I paid $5 for this. And to me, it's worth every penny, because if I can use a note like this to show you guys what to look for as far as finding fake errors, it's worth it. So that is my fake error note that I picked up at the show. It was sold to me as a fake error. He told me it was fake, and I would have known it was fake anyway. So I didn't buy it under false pretenses. I bought it knowing what it was. And I don't think I'd ever sell it because I think it's cool. But if I ever was to sell it, I would sell it under those pretenses of being a fake error as well. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you this week. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. I love reading your comments. Getting closer to that 1,000 mark. Hope to get there soon. Guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you next week.